Sweetest words I know wouldn't be enough. All the perfect notes wouldn't measure up. Cause you cast my sin to the ocean depths. My faults are as far as the east from the west. No record of wrongs are against me kept. Your merciful love takes the sting out of death. So how could I not sing with all you've done for me? How could I not bring a joyful melody like la da 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 da, a joyful melody like la da 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 da, a joyful melody. My cup overflows, the joy in my soul. You gave it to me when I needed it most. When I needed it most. Oh, you poured yourself out so I could be filled. So I'm living now in pursuit of your will. In pursuit of your will. Cause you cast my sin to the ocean depths. My faults are as far as the east from the west. No record of wrongs are against me kept. Your merciful love takes this sting out of death. So how could I not sing with all you've done for me? How could I not bring a joyful melody? La da 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 da, a joyful melody like la da 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 da, a joyful melody.
When I consider the heavens, the works of your fingers, the moon and the stars that you have made, who am I that you are thinking of me? When I consider the heavens, of your fingers, the moon and the stars that you have made, who am I that you are thinking of me? Oh, I just wanna be with you. Just wanna be with you. Oh, I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you.
Has some jams, real talk, and hot topics. It's the radio program with the most vibes in all of FSAs. The Vibe O'Clock started right now. Brought to you by the YPG. Cause in the YPG, we got too much sauce. We got too much sauce.
happening, YPG fam, and to everybody who is connected on one more Vibe O'Clock. We're not going to have much of a lengthy show with all those interactions and all those things, those gimmicks which we usually put up here on the Vibe O'Clock, especially because today we're going to be addressing something quite important. Something, if you were connected with us this past Wednesday in our Something Extra, which we were talking about. And more than ever, the Lord our God has been motivating us, has been directing us, has been opening our eyes, our work with regards to what we're going to share. It's not going to be lengthy because I want you to focus on what we're going to be talking about. And I want us to share this vision to all of you, because the YPG is not composed by just a group, a small group of people, or one person per se. But the work of the YPG is something that is done as a collective. If one person fails in the missions which we give here, if one person walks away, is adrift from the ideas, from the vision which we share here, then every single person loses. We were speaking on Wednesday, and by the way, I didn't let my host to greet you. What's good, Vinny?
What's up, PJ and our YPG fam? I know that this one is going to be a mind-blowing subject, and yeah, it's going to be the one. Sorry, guys.
He's this side here.
I'm this side here today.
He's feeling cold here.
Ish, guys.
And the worst thing is he's feeling cold, but he's not wearing a YPG jacket. I don't understand, because I mean, winter sometimes, people want to, they don't like wearing the jacket. I've seen some guys feeling cold because they want to wear show their YPG t-shirt. That's no longer an excuse. Our YPG jackets are available. You guys can get it at our YPG bookshop. What YPG bookshop? That would be interesting. That would be nice. But no, at our bookshop.
Goals.
The YPG section of the bookshop. That's what's up. What I want to speak about, I'm pretty sure, whenever we talk about youth, we're talking about a group of people who suffers a lot. And the worst thing about sometimes the suffering of a youth, of a young person, is that you don't see a way out. Many young people don't see a way out. Because like people who are older, they're more experienced. I'm not saying that all of them are easier, they find a way out, but to a certain extent, they've made more mistakes. The difference between an experienced person and an inexperienced person is that the experienced has committed more mistakes. He's done more things the wrong way until he got it the right way. What is the difference between our past generations? They have committed mistakes which we don't need to go through, although we create like our own kinds of mistakes unnecessarily. And as young people, we don't like to take advice from those who are ahead of us. We don't like to take advice from those who are older than us. We always tend to think that those who are older than us don't understand our generation, because they complain that we have cell phones, and when they were our age they never had cell phones, and then we always think, but there were no cell phones in your days, so I don't know what you're going on about. And we just have those thoughts. We keep it to ourselves because we don't want a backhand across our faces sometimes. But my point here is that we tend to think always in the sense that we know too much, always in the sense that, why should I listen? I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I know exactly what's happening. This is my life. And there's also a famous one. Let me commit my own mistakes. Allow me to commit. You committed yours, so let me commit mine. But I think it's a setback. It's not intelligent for us to go that way, for us to take that path. And in the YPG, what I love the most, we were sharing this. We often share this at schools, on campuses, wherever we go to young people. We often share to them that when we help young people, what's special about the YPG is that we help people based on our experiences. I'm sat here, obviously, things which I'm taught, things which which are shared with me, I'll share here live. But oftentimes I'm also going to share experiences I went through, things which I did wrong, and I want you to do right. And one of them has to do with, I'm sorry if I sound repetitive, if I sound redundant, but I'm going to have to touch on this topic again. It's the way we take care of one another, the way we take care of each and every youth who comes to the YPG, or those whom we address in school, whether as an individual or as a collective, as the YPG, or just as another common human being. I want you to stop and ask yourself, have you been giving the best to others? Because every Saturday we're here. Sometimes we don't have the full production of the YPG Vibe O'Clock or the Hangout series or snippets rather, or the Unlocked. And we're here to give. We're here to give the best of ourselves. If it's an experience of someone who shared with us or something which we went through, we're here to give the best, the very best. And the idea is for you to develop. But my question is, have you been seeking to develop others as well? And you might say, but PJ, I'm not yet where I want to be. Neither am I. I haven't yet reached the pinnacles of where I want to be to teach others. Neither have I. Neither have we.
Nope.
However, that doesn't hinder me from wanting to take the best as far as I can go, as far as I can cap, to take and give to others.
I think people look down on themselves in this aspect. You know, whenever we speak about giving, like you spoke about teaching, you said something interesting. We don't have what to give. I put that in air quotes.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks it needs to be that thing which is of a big impact. I changed his life to the point where he's no more staying in the streets. He now has an apartment.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily where we're heading at.
Yeah.
Giving, it starts small. You know, one of the things that stayed with me the most is that I spoke to PJ about one person who invited me to the YPG. And she was that one person who smiled at me in the church and remembered my name.
Yeah.
That stuck with me.
Yeah.
For so long. Till today, I don't forget her. I don't forget her. Whenever she pops up, I remember, she brought me to the YPG. Because of that. It's these tiny things which go unseen that kind of leaves an impact in someone's life. Knowing their name, saying hello, greeting, smiling, a compliment.
I mentioned this in Soweto for those who are listening. We were with the YPG fam there in Soweto at the Holy Ground. And I'm sure if I was at any other branch, the reaction would have been the same. To go to the common members and ask them, how many do you not even know their names? And I'll be honest, I'm also guilty of it. Although with me, it's a lot more difficult because
it's a lot of youth.
It is a lot. It's a lot. There are way too many. How am I going to? And I feel bad about it. I dislike it. I'm not proud of it. And I'm sometimes not the best with names. I like to remember people's names. And the worst is that there are the common names where you know 3 or 4 people.
With
it's like
the same name.
I don't know how many Umpumis I know.
Your Umpumis and Bonganis are...
Umpumi, Bongani, and Sbuda. Sbusi. So I don't know how many of those I know. Mbalis. I don't know how many Mbalis I know. I know those who I know a lot. We have many who I call them by their surname in order for us to differentiate. Exactly. We have a mentor here I think 2 or 3 mentors in Park Station whom I call them by their surnames because there are others who have the same name. So that's what we do. But it's a lot. But not justifying the fact that I don't know most of the names of those who I often see, whether in Soweto or in Park Station or in the other branches, which we interact with them, we share or chat to them. The fact is, the smallest, the slightest of treatment can make a huge difference in people's lives. Have you ever been in that situation where you excitedly see someone and you go to greet that person and that person's reaction has nothing to do with your reaction?
Yes.
Like, yo, Vinny, man, so good to see you. And you're like, hey, man, how you doing?
How you doing? You okay?
How does that burst someone's bubble? Now let's create the scenario here. I'm not talking about you doing that to me or me necessarily doing that to you, just plainly like that. But imagine it in the sense of someone who's been rejected, someone who's lonely, someone who is suicidal, someone who's on the verge of giving up life, sees you in the hope that you will give them the attention they haven't received at home, at school, at work, and in varsity, in their neighborhood, wherever, throughout their lives. And when they see you, they hope to have that reaction of excitement. And maybe because you've got your clique, you've got your friends, because maybe you're too busy chatting to others, giving the attention to others, whom, usually I in the places like where the youth know me more or have more access to me, I usually say, those of you who are oftentimes here, or always here, please, it's a day where we have a lot of new youth. Let them speak to us. And you guys can see me another day. Some of you have my number. You can contact me. You can call me and say, PJ, this and this and this. But there are others, who are shy for the first time. And how many they feel like sharing their problems, they're sharing their burdens with others. They don't want to inconvenience others. They don't want to, they feel like, offloading what they're going on. They'll be loading someone else with their pain, with their scars. And because they see another group of youth talking, they think, I'm not going to talk. That's only for those. Or I can't approach that coordinator. I can't approach that specific person because it's a far-fetched idea. Who am I? They have that sense, that complex inside of them, which many times they don't even know. So my point here is that it's something that we as the YPG in South Africa, the YPG as a whole, we need to work on. It is bettering ourselves in terms of the treatment of those who come in terms of those who we meet. Another thing, I think I didn't mention this online, and when we wrapped up on Wednesday, I reminded our champs there at Soweto, and they were in full agreement. Sometimes we don't see someone for a long time, and they come back and we treat them like,
I wanted you to go there. Because it's bad. It's when you've disappointed someone, and this is, I think, the mindset of many who leave, because when they come back, they already come back guilty. Like, I left and I haven't been around, and they have this mindset already of their situation. And when you come back pointing fingers like, so you're back now. Did you change yet?
Eesh.
That hurts.
Oh, you found your way back home.
Finally, now you're going to take things serious. You already start poking the person.
Yeah.
We're not really helping. We're just adding more pain.
Yes. I remember mentioning that. I was someone who, a moment in my life, I wanted nothing to do with the youth group.
Me too.
And the coordinator, I remember my mother came to me and said, the new coordinator of the YPG, Pastor John, wants to speak to you. And I was like, oh gosh, here is another lecture. He probably knows that I've been drinking. He probably knows that I've been doing this. He probably knows that I've been doing that. All the bad stuff I've done. Probably he's going to sit me down and lecture me like others have, which many people had tried lecturing me. I remember people telling me, wow, you have been messing up. Congratulations, a sarcasm. And that made me very upset. And came this new coordinator, and Pastor John, and I remember when he met with me, he said to me, I need you. And I'm like,
what?
I was arrogant, and I'm like, of course he needs me. I was that arrogant guy. I was like, of course he needs me. But those words stuck. I need you. I hear you working with this. I hear you good with media and with music and producing and this kind of stuff. I want you to help me. And I remember many times I would flop. Many times I would go out. Many times I was drunk. There were times I'd come to the YPG tipsy. Some of you think, PJ, you don't know what... I was not the angel of the YPG to become the coordinator of the YPG. God really chose someone who was troublesome. So today when I find trouble in the YPG, it's like, I'm just paying for some of the things I did in the past. Some they know very well. And I'm not ashamed to say this because I'm so happy for those who cared for me. I want you just to scroll up. I saw a comment, a little bit of a lengthy. Please leave it there. I'm going to read it shortly. I was reading when you were speaking. Nosipo says, it hurts when you ask someone who is new whether they've made friends in the YPG and they say no. It shouldn't happen, YPG fam. I'm very upset too. I'm not proud of today's Vibe O'Clock. I'm not proud of reading such a thing. And sometimes we ask why they don't remain, but the answer is how we treat each other. The little gestures are really important. It is unacceptable that we bring the mindset of outside, because when you go outside, everybody is ganged up, everybody's clicked up.
Yes.
This is my clique, this is my gang, this is the crew I chill with. And what's the worst kind of way to evangelize someone, or whether evangelizing to church or inviting someone to the YPG? When there is a group. Go to a group of people, guys and girls who are chilling, guys and girls who are chilling right now, smoking hubbly, smoking weed and drinking, and go there to talk to them about the YPG. Look, if you succeed, you're a legend. But if you get that person singled out, it's different. But why is that? Because when they're as a crew, people feel at home. At least these people are here. Many of them don't want to be there smoking or drinking. They're just doing it because at least with these people, they're not judging me. They don't care about me.
Yeah.
And then they come to the YPG and they feel that same sensation which at outside they have the need to work hard to impress others. YPG fam, that is unacceptable. I want to read some more of the comments because I want to address what's going on. I'm addressing this live because it is our duty to do more, to do better. It is our duty, it is in our hands for us to make a difference in this country, of which it's needed. We're going to be right back after the break. We're going to take a short break, listen to a track, and we're going to be right back.
Remember Christ lives in you, lives in you. A life without you is not worth living. Oh, if only you knew what I've been through. Yes, it took my heart and he made it do. Put your trust in a Father and you'll never lose. The ways have passed away. Remember with God there is no shame. He's opening doors for you. There's nothing that he can't do. Remember Christ lives in you, lives in you. The Prince of Peace, source of my joy. I'm never alone when I hear your voice. The pain I face, it could never define me. Seek ye first the King of glory. One step at a time. It will be alright. The Comforter is nigh. We walk by faith and not by sight. Ways have passed away. Remember with God there is no shame. He's opening doors for you. There's nothing that he can't do. Remember Christ lives in you, lives in you.
you feeling depressed or are you feeling down? Maybe even alone? Well, the YPG is here for you. Do you want to vent? Call us on our toll-free helpline number on 0800 330 320 or DM us on Facebook or Instagram at YPGRSA. You are not alone.
Welcome back, everybody. Good to have you guys connected and sharing the comments. Eddie was saying here, when approaching a group, it'll only take one of them to react negatively, and the rest will absorb that. That's so true. So you see the struggle it is to bring someone to the YPG, and then they come, and sometimes when I say we, I include myself in this. I know that I've said things to people that, how I said that, I made their lives difficult. I made their moment, their journey in the YPG unpleasant. I'm guilty of it. So those of you who are feeling guilty, be guilty as well with me. The difference is that it was time to make that change, and I want you to make that change as well, for you to understand that there are changes. We're always going to have to find room for improvement. There are days where we're here in the Vibe O'Clock laughing, joking, and having some proper vibes. But today I need to address this. And if I have to speak more about it in the morrows, I will, until this kicks in. Because in many places there are coordinators who allow this to happen, who are overly strict. And when I say overly strict, I'm not easy. Those who know me, those who have worked with me, know that I'm not very soft either. I have a very fun side, but I seek to have that balance. But I have a very strict side, and if I have to get on your case, I will get on your case. But sometimes we incline too much to the strict side, and we don't know how many people we are throwing away. The way we say something can make a huge difference. It's kind of like, where were you? And hey, where were you?
Yeah. Just a change of tone.
Just that tone can make a huge difference. Anzel says, YPG never gave up on me, even though I gave up on myself. They were always on my door, knocking, finding out how I am. How many times someone is absent? How many times have you ever, I mentioned this on Wednesday, you were absent at school?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like, where were you yesterday, bro? Yo,
you missed out.
You missed it.
Happened, this happened.
And usually in school, when you're absent is when
something
things
happens.
Happen, Where were you? How do you feel when you come and nobody even oh, you weren't here yesterday? Oh, you didn't see what happened? Oh, okay. How do you feel? That's school. The YPG is a school of life. A school which teaches someone life lessons. Lisa says, we all have that one person that made us see the YPG as a family. Have you been the kind of person leading others to see the YPG as a family? Or have you been the kind of person who makes them see the YPG as a group? Do you make them see the YPG as a clique? And once again, I'm going to have to touch up on this one. I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Dear ringleaders, clique leaders, and skimsams, you are making our work difficult. And if you won't stop that, I'm going to pray for the owner of the YPG to deal with you. Mm-hmm. I think that's scary.
Yes.
The owner of the YPG to deal with you. If you're going to carry on having your cliques, mentors like, nah, this is my scheme here, and you stay there, and I believe in this person. I listen to this one. I don't listen to that person. This is not the place for it. This is a young hospital for young people. People who are going through hell. In case you haven't seen, go on the news. We were supposed to have our first Wits Society meeting yesterday. Go on the news and see what's happening at Wits University. Go and see what's happening at UJ University. APK campus, I think Soweto wasn't affected by it, but the Auckland Park campus was affected by it. Students who are sleeping in the library. I have the video here. I just a couple of minutes ago was even sharing it with Bishop. I have the video here. If we are too concerned about ourselves, we're never going to be concerned about others. When my issues are too big, I don't notice that your issues might actually be bigger. There are youth who are sleeping in the libraries because their funds have not been released and they're struggling. There's the video. There you go. There you go, as you can see it. Look at that. Look at the sacrifice that they are going through. Look at the struggle that's going on. You can see the blanket. So they leave their homes. Many of them leave their villages. I have a picture. I would have sent it. I just won't send it because this person that got in the context. But this person is part of our VIT society, and where she lives, it's a village. She's from a village far away. She traveled from that place to come here to make her family proud, to make, probably her family was ecstatic, first person to graduate in our family, and look what they're going through. So if you understand, if you stop and focus only on you, on your problems, and you start to understand the need to share, to give, to care for others, maybe you won't be spending time just chatting to your friend as your chommy in the YPG. Nothing wrong with you having friends and chommies in the YPG, but maybe you're so focused on you and your chommy that you don't see the suffering of others, the hurting of others. They are right now struggling with food and accommodation. We're going to go there Monday. Bishop has given us the green light. He himself said we'll go there. Monday we're going to go there and we're going to help them. We're going to do our part, because I'm even going to take this biblical. The Lord Jesus said, when I was naked, you gave me clothes to wear. When I was in prison, you came to visit me. When I was hungry, you gave me what to eat. Maybe you're the kind of person who only visits your friends. You're the kind of person who only eats for yourself, or you share only with your friends. Where is the essence of together as one? Together as one is referring to the entire YPG. Is not referring to this group or this project. No, only arts and culture, media, we do our own things. Or only my nation. We've lost the plot. Some of us have lost the plot. And I'm here to put my hands on the mud to bring this exhortation live here to the YPG to remind us that we can do better. And to those of you who are going through a lot, those of you who have been hurt, I want to apologize if we have not been attentive to that. I want you to share this to those who may be left. I want you to know that there's a family for you here in the YPG, that you're not alone, you're not solo, that we don't see you how others see you. We see you special, and I want to say that we miss you. Not saying this because we want you to come back and have the volumes of people. No, we miss you because we know that you might be going through so much, and we want you to know that we care about you, and as we overcame, we want you to overcome as well.
So true, so true. I was reading the comments here, and what stands out for me in this comment is that hashtag that we're using this year, to another level. Mm-hmm. When you embrace the idea of to another level, it is a mindset of no longer just self, but as a collective. Mm-hmm. The day we start embracing this mentality of thinking about our friends, that friend will one day think about you.
Yeah.
One day you're going to go through something, and because you've been always giving, someone will remember you. The owner of the YPG will remember you and take care of your needs. So instead of...
I hope you guys you guys know who's the owner of the YPG, right?
I hope you do. I hope you do. So it comes down to this. The moment we stop thinking about ourselves and we put the needs of someone else ahead of us, it makes such an impact. And there's one thing I've learned over the years, PJ. We all have problems, right? We all go through stuff. But when you stop to listen to someone else's issues, you kind of realize what he's going through is much worse than what I'm going through.
Bishop was saying this the other day, that whenever you talk to other people,
yes,
they will tell you how much bigger their problem is. Be like, you tell me, I had a headache, and I'll be like, I had a headache and a running stomach. Somebody else will say, I had a headache, running stomach, and I had cramps all over my body. And then another one says, I had a headache, a diarrhea, I had this and this and this and this and that. And every time you'll stop and you'll notice that, as you're saying, other people have issues bigger than ours. I think it's time for us to wake up. I know we have issues to solve. We want you to succeed. But being selfless is the essence of the work of the YPG. And I want us to work more on that. In this month, I want us to engage more in the work of the Uniforce for us to do social work. and also the work of the archangels for us to rescue those who have left, those who were once with us and they're no longer with us. Precious says cliques are very detrimental because they always give the impression to those outside, I like the way she put it, that you can't be one of us. Oh, this is Precious, you said it all.
Yeah,
it's very important that we become a safe harbor and a beacon of those, a beacon of hope for those around us. Precious, you just summed up everything that we needed to share, everything that we needed to say here. And then I think there's another one which I saw here from the comments.
Scroll up.
Just want to scroll up. We're going to wrap up. We're going to finalize here. Petunia, like she says, be the reason someone feels welcomed, seen, heard, valued, and loved. Be the reason. Be the reason. Be the kind of person whom I'm speaking about, that coordinator who cared for me. He was there for me. He did his part. He was someone who said to me, I need you. And I was messing up and he knew about it. I was drinking after that. But he never judged me. Man, it was amazing. He never judged me. He was never on my case about it. He cared for me. And look where I am today.
Yeah.
I have this huge admiration for what he did because he just said that to me.
I need you.
I need you. Do you know how I felt? Because I was expecting that lecture. I won't lie to you. I don't know if I ever told this to him, but I already had an excuse not to come to the YPG at the back of. I was like, I'm going to tell him that I'm in I was in varsity at the time, I think. Was I? Yes, I was in varsity. And I'm like, I'm going to tell him I'm in varsity. I'm going to tell him that I've got too much work at school and I've got this. I mean, varsity is the easiest way for you to,
yes.
I had it all ready.
The excuse is not for you, by the way.
Y'all better not use that excuse. Exactly. I hope I ain't giving y'all reasons, ideas here. But legit, that's what I had at the back of my head. I'm going to use this. I'm gonna shy him here and get my way around it. But when he said that, it broke me. Initially, I'm like, and then I'm like, yeah. Inside of me, I'm like, of course he needs me. Of course, I was so arrogant and proud at the time, egocentric. Look where I am today. Yeah, I want us to have that. This is what love is. It's giving.
Yes.
It's giving. True love. Not this Hollywood love. Oh, he loves me. You take a flower and you pluck out every petal and he loves me, Lord. He loves you. No. I'm talking about the true love of your neighbor as much as you do it for yourself.
And not forgetting that true love means giving and expecting nothing in return.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you think about Hollywood love, the dude gives something to the girl because he wants something.
Oh, yeah, you know exactly what he wants.
So,
or she, you know exactly what she wants.
You know what she wants.
Yeah.
There is no return. You're giving because it's just what you love doing.
And sometimes that person won't even be thankful.
Yes.
But you just leave it because I did my part. I gave my best.
It was enough for you.
I've faced many ungrateful people. But I'm like, you know what? I did my part.
That's what matters.
That's what matters. I'm at peace. I gave my best. And I'll do it again if need be. So I want the entire YPG fam. Guys, please spread this link. Not because we want ratings. I'm asking you to spread this link to YPG members. YPG mentors who have slacked in their work in terms of caring for others. And please be careful when you say something, how you say it. At times, it's even the time you say it. Find out how someone is doing. Sometimes a person is just not in the mood on that day, and you snap on them. You don't know, maybe that person's not feeling well. Maybe that person lost someone. I had a YPG member here today. She's very bubbly. Today she was not bubbly. And she was telling me what happened, the passing of a family member. And ironically, look how amazing it was. I'm talking about the owner of the YPG, and I even forgot about this. After she came to me and she's like, PJ, who invented the YPG? She's about a year or so. She's fairly new. She was a double up, but now she's serious. She's committed. She's like, PJ. She's very outspoken. She's very an extrovert. She's one of those. Hey, PJ, who invented the YPG? And I'm like, why? And then I'm like, didn't you watch Nothing to Lose? I didn't speak about the owner. I spoke about where it began. And she's like, no. And then I remembered, oh, she wasn't here back then. And then I'm like, you need to watch Nothing to Lose and you'll understand where the YPG started. And then she says, I'm asking because I need to thank him. Because I came here with this. And thanks to the YPG, I'm feeling happy again. You know how
That's nice.
special that is. I wasn't the one who spoke to her. One of the mentors, I think my wife and one of the mentors, and just that influence, that environment made everything to be different. Now I ask, if that person was in your hands, would it have been the same, or would you have been on her case? Let's go, let's evangelize, let's go.
Come on.
Let's go. The nation is weak. There's a time where we're going to be on your case, really, but we just need to be careful and know if that person is fit to undergo that. All right, YPG fam, I'm not going to extend this. We are going to start a series, and we're going to speak more about this and the sense of us caring, giving our very best for each and every one of them. And I'm going to be signing out. We are going to be signing out. In the morrows, our YPG hangout, we'll be talking about enjoyment. We will be talking about enjoyment at every YPG hangout. And specifically, I want to invite those of you who are in the Soweto area, our YPG coordinator there in Soweto, Pastor Charles. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Hey, JJ. Is it clear? Can you hear me?
Perfect. You've got the own Bible clock layout there.
Oh, yes.
We must have the Bible clock there
At the Holy Ground.
The Holy Ground. That's what's up. Tell us what's going to be happening tomorrow at the Holy Ground in the YPG Hangout.
Well, PJ, today we just came back maybe an hour ago that we were out evangelizing, talking to the guys, and wow, in Soweto we have got a lot of guys that like dancing, and actually we are going to have a competition tomorrow, and it's going to be really great. At 12:30 we are already set up everything down is ready on the way. We have got a keyboard player now. The guy's going to help us here, so YPG is moving here. I can't hear you, JJ.
Go again.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can.
Make believe I am there for the first time. It is my first day in the YPG. What can that person expect?
No, you know the funny thing, as you were talking, I remember that those who know Soweto, you know that when you come to the YPG, there is a stairs. And this afternoon, I was talking to the guys, I said, guys, let us set here, maybe a table or some banners, something, because everybody who comes in has to be welcome. I was talking to them about that. So this Sunday, as they go through the stairs, there are going to be people ready to welcome them, to make them feel at home like a fan.
Great. It can't be those, as he's saying, they must be welcome like a fam. I want those of you who usually confuse, making them feel like a fam, who only work for your nation because you want points, because you want a trophy.
Then there's that tag, No,
I saw him first.
I spoke to him.
Exactly. We're not talking about that. What Pastor Carlos is talking about has nothing to do with that. What we're talking about is making them feel like a fam. From 12:30 until the hangout there finishes. Usually it finishes around 8 p.m. When the hangout there finishes, the challenge of the nations will end, and the fam becomes together as one once again. The same in each and every a branch which you guys can be connected with us. I think he had a connection issue. 244 I always get that 24456 24456 corner Imink and Kokwani, just next to Barra Hospital. If you get to Barra Hospital, you can't miss us. If you take the M1, M1 South, you go there, you take Soweto, Bloemfontein, you'll see that huge building. You can't miss it. It's the
just
YPG.
ask Google.
Or ask Google. Ask Google.
Just ask Google.
Ask Google or Siri, whichever one, Bixby, whichever one, and they will lead you there. Alternatively, you can log on to our website at UCKG, not at, just uckg.org.za, and be part. Yes, just after 8, Michael Tusho. Just after 8 p.m. the hangout will be done. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Otherwise, some are gonna attend the hangout there, far away in Parkland, and then they're gonna come to somewhere to be like, I can still make it. There's still time. No, guys. But wherever there's a YPG fam, you can alternatively DM us at YPGRSA, Facebook, Twitter, IG. DM us, and we will share with you the nearest YPG address for you to be part of it. And I do believe that in the morrows you're going to be welcome as a fam and not just as a random stranger. You're going to be fam. And those of you who were not coming tomorrow, it will be worth it. We're going to be talking about enjoyment. That's it from us. Any last words?
Nah, we said it all.
We done said it all. YPG fam, let us move to another level. We out of here.
Are you feeling depressed or are you feeling down? Maybe even alone? Well, the YPG is here for you. Do you want to vent? Call us on our toll-free helpline number on 0800 330 320 or DM us on Facebook or Instagram at YPGRSA. You are not alone.